Their surgery will probably give me mental problems. I already got them. Give me more. I'm trying to get electric in this room. I think that's the best way to go out. Electric chair.
Do you have any indication about where David is right now?
Guys was going past this one cell, so when he yanked the door open, they just throw the cups of boo-boo in there on him.
David's life behind bars just took a serious turn after new evidence dropped during today's court hearing, and it's not looking good. One reaction summed it up perfectly. A good luck to David heading back to his cell block after this. Once inmates hear this, he's done. According to court details, David allegedly bought supplies to try and cover up Celeste's case using Amazon and Postmates, and yes, that was officially revealed in court. It's also claimed he removed Celeste's left ring and pinky finger because one had a tattoo of his name. Those fingers were never found. Prosecutors say he used a fake name, Victoria Mendes, to order 2 chainsaws, a bag, heavy-duty laundry bags, and even a blue inflatable pool from Amazon, plus a shovel from Home Depot through Postmates. And here's where it gets darker. His final Amazon order under that same alias reportedly states on July 7th, 2025, the defendant ordered a burn cage delivered to his home as part of a plan to incinerate evidence. That detail actually answers a major question people had when police first discovered the incinerator months ago.
I've been wondering just what it was that a private investigator named Steve Fisher found inside David's home when he was given access last October. The PI reported seeing, quote, items you would expect to find on a farm rather than in a home in the Hollywood Hills. And today, we are learning about one of those
The implication? David allegedly planned to use it to destroy every tool connected to hiding Celeste. One report reads, a private investigator found an incinerator inside David's home capable of reaching temperatures up to 1,600 degrees. What makes it worse, this type of incinerator is typically used on farms and is illegal for LA residents without a permit or registered farm, meaning investigators believe he had to fake a farmite just to get it delivered. Also revealed in court, David may have seen all of this coming. Investigators pointed to a live stream where he seemingly hinted at how he expected things to end.
Their surgery will probably give me mental problems. I already got them. Give me more. I'm trying to get electric in this room. I think that's the best way to go out. Electric chair.
With all this now out in the open, David has officially been labeled a higher risk inmate, which changes everything about how he's being held, according to reports. David is currently in a segregated single cell, escorted to showers every other day, only allowed phone calls on shower days, given just 3 hours of outdoor time per week, no TV access, no visitors, and reportedly no money on his books. One law enforcement source even described the facility as dirty, smelly, and chaotic. Definitely not a place someone like David would adjust to easily, especially considering he's listed at 5'5", 125 pounds, significantly undersized for one of the toughest jail environments in the country, where inmates are often targeted based on their charges. This is a complete flip from the $1 million lifestyle he was used to, and it doesn't stop there. His food situation isn't any better. Jail records show that 6 days a week, inmates are served the same basic meal: macaroni with beef, an apple, 8 ounces of milk, and a peanut butter granola bar for dessert. Not exactly the kind of diet that helps you bulk up or defend yourself. Reports confirm David has been transferred to Men's Central Jail in LA County and is currently in solitary due to his public figure status. Some people think that might protect him, but not everyone agrees. One viral comment reads, even in solitary, he'll still get 1 to 3 hours of rec time where other inmates can confront him. There's no real way to stay safe after charges like that. Hey, former inmate from the same facility even explained what David could be facing. While he may stay locked in, other inmates will still pass by his cell.
Offenders and just treated in prison. They got treated bad. I didn't know what was going on. I didn't even think nothing about that. I just know that it was like every 15 to 20 minutes that went past, guys was going past this one cell. And it'd be like, there's 3 of them. One of them would grab the cell door and then be on this side like this, and then the other 2 would be on this side. So the one, and they did this like every 20 to 30 minutes, every like clockwork. And this one yanked the door open, and the other 2 on this side had cups full of and boo-boo. So when he yanked the door open, they just throw the cups of boo-boo in there on him, and then boom, close the door, lock it on him. You know, so that was crazy. But and then some was getting jumped on, some was getting slapped, extorted, some was having to do favors.
If you don't know how cell blocks work, it's intense. Once you're inside, your charges get passed around from cell to cell, and inmates decide if you're accepted or not. Now ask yourself, would David be welcomed after these official charges? Reports say David allegedly committed the crime using a sharp object. Prosecutors have hit him with multiple serious charges, including M charge for financial gain, M charge to prevent testimony, M charge by lying in wait, use of a strong object, and additional charges related to what happened after Celeste passing, highlighted by Jesse Weber of Law.
First of all, we suspected that David would be charged with after that was what he was arrested for, and in other court documents that came out a couple months ago, we know that he was being investigated for murder. But first-degree murder with special circumstances, lying in wait to murdering a witness as part of an investigation, murdering for financial gain, and now facing the possibility of the death penalty, even though it's my understanding there's a moratorium in California. That is a huge deal.
Here's the part that really tightens the situation. There's almost no way out. The evidence stacking up against David is already pointing strongly in one direction. Federal investigators revealed new proof, including messages where Celeste allegedly told David she was going to report him to police, just to report him at a strong event. Days before she passed, that entire exchange was captured and even got a reaction from DJ Academy.
They're saying that the Celeste girl, maybe she was already talking to the cops, like, yeah, this creep is, he on me. Now, granted, who knows if David was trying to leave her or whatever the case is, but look like she would also try to threaten David with that, to say, yo, I'm about to go tell on you, right? Which already he should have knew that he's doing something wrong. Well, I mean, he should have knew of GP, like, she's gang. But she would, allegedly, according to this complaint, she had threatened that, yo, I could ruin your music career or something like that.
All of this could be more than enough to make David a target inside jail, and his family clearly feels that pressure after he was denied bail. They responded, "We're disappointed, but not surprised. We stand behind David 100%. But it's David's own reaction that really stood out as the judge read off his charges. He was reportedly sitting there with his mouth open, looking shocked, maybe even yelling. And when the judge mentioned potential penalties, the entire courtroom felt it. Then came his defense team. They stated, "We believe the evidence will show David Burke did not commit this crime nor cause her passing." They've requested a preliminary hearing within 10 days, saying they want all evidence revealed as soon as possible. Still, David didn't look confident. Reports say he appeared nervous, eyes darting around as he entered a not guilty plea. His legal team is now pushing for a full preliminary hearing with grand jury transcripts. His next court date is set for April 23rd. But this is where things take a turn. At the end of the hearing, investigators raised a key question. Why did it take so long to arrest David? According to reports, authorities had a wiretap on all of David's devices, allowing them to quietly collect evidence over time. But that's not all. They were also investigating people close to him. Deals were reportedly made with witnesses who are ready to testify about his relationship with Celeste, essentially strengthening the case before it even begins. One of the most important names in that circle, his alleged secret partner Neo Langston. Neo even posted online saying, "Thankfully, I'm legally fine, and I've got receipts for everything. Old photos and videos show the two together recreating the Titanic pose, laying in bed, and more." For a long time, Neo was a mystery figure in the case.
Do you know who that person is, and do you believe that is the person that moved the Tesla?
So I definitely know who moved that Tesla on that late July before they went on tour. I can't say who the person, and I don't mean I can't say I don't know who exactly was in the house, because it's just a report, but there's video, but you can't make a person out. But somebody was in the house, and being that there's only one key, it's like, okay, who had access at that time? So is it the same person that moved the Tesla? Was another last part of the plan about to go in motion as far as getting rid of her? I don't know.
Getting Neo on their side was crucial, and it ties directly to what investigators found in David's iCloud. One report revealed there are over 40 terabytes of discovery in this case. That includes messages between David and Celeste, David and Neo, and detailed records of events after the crime. On top of that, some of this evidence has already leaked online, and it's raising serious questions. One key piece, a video found in David's iCloud that many believe sounds like a confession. Investigators noticed a picture frame behind him, matching one in his secret rental home, where Celeste reportedly stayed. Even more telling, the metadata on the video lines up with the exact time frame investigators believe Celeste passed.
I know I haven't posted on this account in a little minute, but I just had some words to share with you for 2025. despite all the craziness that's going on, all the turmoil, the natural disasters, the pain and things like that this year, I just wanted to tell you guys not to be discouraged and not to lose hope and not to turn your face from God in these times of evil. And it seems like it's the most insane start to a year that I've ever seen. But God has not given us a spirit of fear, but of power and love and a sound mind. So keep that sound mind, 2025. Stay prayed up.
In that same video, David starts talking about multiple passings in his life, but when investigators checked, there were no close friends or family who had died around that time. Their conclusion? He may have been indirectly referring to Celeste. Federal investigators also mapped out the full timeline of their relationship, even pointing to the moment David softly introduced Celeste to fans during a live stream.
Yo, wait.
Oh, look at it. Answer that one. That's so mean if you don't answer
Which
that.
one? What's good, David? Big family. Oh, thank you, Mitchell.
I gotta sound with him if you even.
We
need to delete this.
Mods, can we delete all VODs? And then as soon as the stream ends, delete the stream too?
They also noted that the sweater Celeste wore in that stream was later found inside David's secret rental, strongly suggesting she was living there. But then things get even stranger on David's phone. Investigators found a photo of Celeste wearing a different designer hoodie. Online discussions pointed out that the hoodie in that image also appears on the floor in a selfie David took inside his bedroom, hinting they may have shared both space and clothing. And it doesn't stop there. Investigators say the two even shared the same Halloween costume. One report claims David was seen wearing a wig identical to Celeste's at an anime convention, something that raised eyebrows given his known obsession with anime. David has openly said he sees himself as an anime-style character with an alter ego who imagines committing serious crimes, and when he described it, the example he used made people uncomfortable.
Basically, an agent of chaos and kind of my alter ego, and the story of the manga went like I was a detective and there was an evil version of myself that would kind of come out at random moments, kind of like Fight Club with Tyler Durden, and he would commit the crimes that I would have to solve as a detective. So like when I was as a detective, I'd be like solving that I'm committing myself. And it was like a cool little story. I didn't think anything would come of it. Like
one viral reaction said it best out of all the crimes he could have mentioned. Why that one? And that's been David's biggest issue. So much of what he did seemed visible and traceable, even when he tried to move money and shift assets during the investigation. It didn't go unnoticed. Reports say after hiring a new legal team, David began transferring assets out of his name, possibly anticipating arrest. A legal expert later explained exactly what that move could mean.
You know, transferring these assets in the middle of an investigation, as opposed to 2 years ago or a year ago. Right. Could a court look at this and say this was a deliberate attempt to, what you say, concealing assets, and they could breach it, they could pierce it, they could say, even though that you've transferred this into your mother's name, that was invalid. This is a way for, let's say, a plaintiff who sues him, or let's say in a criminal judgment to pay that fine. Can a court look at that and say, even though you transferred it, it's still open season on those properties?
This is what's so puzzling about this. It is a very basic premise of law throughout the country that you can't transfer assets after the event happens that would otherwise trigger collecting on those assets. So we have rules in different states. Sometimes they're called fraudulent transfer, sometimes they're called fraudulent conveyances. There's a lot of different names for them. But the crux of it is you cannot transfer assets.
Another move that raised serious questions, retrieving the Tesla linked to Celeste just 48 hours before it was set to be auctioned off from an impound lot. David reportedly hired someone to pick it up. Why? That's still unclear, but some believe he wanted to keep it for reasons that are just as unsettling as the rest of this case.
Let me read you what Steve recently posted on X, okay? David's Tesla, the vehicle in which Celeste Rivas Hernandez was found, was held by LAPD for only 48 hours to process evidence. After that, it was returned to the impound lot for David to retrieve, which he had not done until today. The Tesla was scheduled to go to auction tomorrow morning at 9 a.m., and I had planned to attend and inspect it. However, in the final hours before auction, David, or someone with power of attorney acting on his behalf, picked it up. When I checked last week, the storage fees were approximately $10,500 as the vehicle had been released and available for pickup since September 10th, before Celeste had been identified. I hope just the thought of that vehicle haunts David and anyone else that knew Celeste was in the trunk for the rest of their lives.